Wee-haw, yeah, let's work together just a little bit here, peeps. Y'all are listening to Grammy's Rocket Chair here on RealLibertyMedia.com, Channel 3, also on the RLMRadio.xyz site, and the RLM TuneIn radio station, and the RLM Spreaker channel, and the RLM Internet radio station. I hope, if you're not listening on those, then you're not listening. Oh, it is a FREEKER Friday, and I'm really, 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 really glad it's Friday. Oh, Lord. Has anybody else had one of those weeks? Hey, Frumpy, I see you. Welcome aboard, hon. Okay, let me go look and see who all is loitering around here. Don't really see a whole heck of a lot of action over there on that corner pocket. Over on Fakey Book, the lovely Mary B is over here, as well as Gary L. Hey there, how you guys doing? And thank you, Barman, for tweeting me over there on Twitter. I have lost 3 stalkers over there. Booyah! Hey, I turned that corner really sharp, went up on 2 wheels, slammed back down again, barely missed a fire hydrant, but I lost 3 of them. 'Cause I'm a trained professional, don't you know? Okay, yeah, I have people tell me you're not supposed to want to lose people over there on Twitter, but really, seriously, it's Twitter, okay? So, yeah. Okay, and over here in the RLM, which is where you need to be. Oh, wait a minute. I need to open up my Freedoms Network as well, don't I? I'm slacking. That's because they've been playing tic-tac-toe in the sky for the last 3 or 4 days, and thankfully today the wind is blowing enough that I think it's kind of clearing some of that crap out. And then I have a couple of coworkers that are sick, so I'm sucking on a lozenge. So that hopefully, I won't hack and wheeze and cough and sneeze too awful much. I was bored this week. No, I was not bored this week. No. Oh, there are times when I wish I could have just gotten just flat ass stiff as a board, after work. But then I have to pay for it the next day. So, whereas tonight, I think I am going to have probably 1 adult beverage when I get done, because that's about my limit anymore. Since I've been doing my oils, I just plain can't tolerate alcohol anymore. Go figure. Oh well. Hey, Dan Tennessee, how you doing, hon? How's that lovely lady of yours doing? And do you still have that Vinny tied up out back? He needs to be tied up out back. He's a troublemaker, just saying. Okay, over here in the RLM, which is where you need to be, because don't look like there's a whole hell of a lot of people over here except for Grim. Oh, wait, I lied. There are some people over here on that effing site. I'm here, Estrella's here, Rob Works is here, Grim's here, Mary B is here, and is that Redrick? That is Redrick. Okay, now I'm back to the RLM because, hey, I like to bounce around, don't you know? And I did plenty of that. I was doing some chair boogie. Let me tell you, worked a screw loose. Oh, wait, no, I live like that. I got a screw loose, and I like it that way. I do not suffer from insanity. I'm not answering for those around me. In any case, yes. Oh, hi, Tammy. I see you, hon. Tacos and beer for Grams. Oh, sweet. Actually, nah. I will belch a lot, though. Oh, Vince is on the chain. That's a good place for him. Excuse me. See, I'm still... Drunk Vince says hi. Alrighty. We're here. Okay, saying hey, because I'm just sitting here jibber-jabbering with everybody in the chat. Hey there, Asmo. I see you up there, missionary man. How you doing? I also see Barman. Once again, thank you, darling, for tweeting me over there on Twitter. I truly do appreciate it, even though I'm getting very good at losing them stalkers. The lovely Beth Z is here. Hey there, Beth. Yeah, Gary L. I'm still kind of, because I'm still got that let's work together going on in my head. So I wanted to play Three Dog Night, but I didn't have that song in my repertoire. I'm thinking it's probably because I never did get around to loading that CD onto my computer. I need to do that this weekend. In any case, Grimner is here. Hey, Grimmy, how you doing, hun? And thank you ever so much for sharing that over there on that effing site. I truly do appreciate it. Oh, you scotch. My brother keeps telling me I need to try it. But you know, I tried that once at the drive-in theater, and I had one sip, and it tasted like turpentine. It's like, you people drink this shit on purpose? Seriously? Ew. Oh, well. Back to saying, hey, the lovely Moose Girl is here. Oh, Grimmy, you are the grimy middle of a lovely lady sandwich again. How you doing? I'm thinking you're doing pretty good right about now. I also see the lovely Kate is in the house. How you doing, woman? And there is Chalcedony, as well as a double dipping of there is only one. Okay, trust no one. Double dipping a Chloe. Yeah, there you go. See, I get so sidetracked sometimes. Jeepers. Dan, Tennessee is here. Welcome aboard, darling, as well as Gariel. Would you please give that lovely lady Gigi's Boo a hug for me, Gariel? I truly appreciate it. I'm here, as well as IB Don C. And IB Don C, give your lovely bride a hug from me as well. Oh, that's right. She's in D.C. Yeah. Despot Central. Yee-haw. Java Doctor 2 is in the house, as well as PB Away. No, don't take away my PB. I like my peanut butter. I also see Rob Works is here, and bless his heart, he was on the ball. He got that bubbler going early. Thank you ever so much, sweetheart. I truly do appreciate it. What's that, Grimmy? You can't be drinking Black Label Scotch and consider that Scotch. I have no freaking clue what the label was. All I know is freaking turpentine is. I went back to my Seagrams and Squirt. Okay, I was young, dumb, and at the drive-in, and that's what my brother brought. So, moving along. Hi, Phantom. Where you at, honey? Damn it. I see you're logged in, but where you at? Where you is? Dude, I have not had a chance to interact with you for a while. Damn it all. I also see the lovely Circolo. Woo-woo! Circolo. It's Despot Central. Well, if you want to call it the District of Criminals, that's fine too, but I kind of like Despot Central. In any case, hi, Circles! I also see Colfax 101 is in the house. Drinking at a drive-in. Yeah, I'm a young'un, and young'uns weren't allowed to be buying no good scotch. That is true. That is true. I was quite young, but you know, we still have drive-ins here in Kansas. Have several of them, actually, and they're fun because you don't have to do the speaker on the window anymore, which I know people that have taken out their windows doing that, or people that have taken a speaker with them when they pull out because they kind of forget. I don't know how you could forget that big ugly thing right there on the window, but some people, maybe it's that cheap-ass scotch. But nowadays, you just tune into a radio station. And that way, oh, well, thank you, Frumpy. I will be seeing my brother Fudd again tomorrow, and I think he did say something about bringing his scotch with him. So if that's what he's got, I'll see if I'll sniff it at least. That's about as close as I'm going to get to promising. I see Vinny RLM Radio is here. Vinny, my goodness. Sweetheart, you need to settle on a nick, hon. Knick-knack, paddywhack. Feel a sneeze coming on. I must be allergic to you, Vinny. I sneezed right when you showed up. Or not. Okay, back to saying hey. Where was I at? Dakota! Hi, Dakota. How you doing? And I also see Flash somebody is here. He's my cohort in crime when it comes to the dork table, don't you know? I also see Frumpy is here. Thank you once again, darling, for that Glenn Fetich? Is that how you say that? I don't know. It's frickin' Scotch. Ugh. I'll stick to my vodka. Or gin. Or, oh, crap. I feel another sneeze. Oh, this is going to be a fun night, isn't it? Oh. Phew. Wow. Okay. You're stalling, Vinny? Why are you stalling? You're such a brat. Okay. Frumpy. I said hey to Frumpy, and I said thank you to Frumpy. Thank you, Frumpy. Let's see. Jehovah One is here. Hi, Jehovah One, as well as Juana Taco. And Kozu is in the house as well. Who's a Russian dictator? I know you got lots of nicks there, Vinny. Is that because you got lots of personalities running around in that head? Just curious. I have a few myself. Get over it? No. Can't do it, Vinny. Just can't do it. Okay, Kozu. I said hey to Kozu. The lovely Mary B from Down Under. Hey, Mary B, how you doing, sweetheart? As well as Bot. I actually saw Bot post something earlier today. It was like, holy crap-a-noli. Holy crap-a-noli. North Force is here. Fiddich, Fed-Dick. Is that a promise? Oh. Okay, never mind. I'm not going to worry about it. Yes, you are, Vinny. You are a brat. But I love you anyway, hun. I also see the lovely Rain is here. Hi, Rain. How you doing, sweetie? And RLM. We have RLM in the house. We have RLM. How do you, that's a very hard, that's almost like saying something in Russian. I also see Sock Puppet. Hi, Sock Puppet. How you doing, hun? And looky there, scientists say. In other words, it's magic. Fuck you. Oh, man, 14 minutes in, first F-bomb. Booyah. Overachieving tonight, let me tell you. Slim Jim Flim is here, as well as Stats Bob and Tip Bob. Bob. I know what a bob is. Moving along. Trust no one is here. Hi there, untrustworthy one. Or untrusting one. However you wish to put that. And to round out the crew, the one, the only, the Billy _ Okay. Nothing a little penicillin won't fix. Yeah, the ex used to say pleasant tasting liquid formula. Yeah. Sure to cure everything from something or other to the crack of dawn. And yeah, he had this big old long diatribe thingy, and I'd just look at him and roll my eyes and say, I can be kind of heartless like that, I guess. Oh well. Don't have to worry about that shit no more, do I? Okay. Now that I've said hey there to everybody, I also shared a little meme over on Facebook that, yeah, there are two kinds of people in this world. You and everyone else. That's right. There's me, and then there's everyone else. Oh, well. So, I've been seeing lots and lots and lots of stuff about the Berkley bunch. What the hell's going on with that bunch of yahoos out there? Are they still knicker-knotting, or have they finally cooled their jets a wee bit? I'm not really paying attention to the news, and quite frankly, this afternoon, because that was all that was on Fakey Book this morning, every time I'd get a notification for work, I'd switch over there, and I'd look and I'd go, oh shit, another Berkley shit. So I got to the point where I kind of started toning it out, or tuning it out, or however you wish to say that, and wow. I'm just really tired of seeing a bunch of supposedly tolerant, tolerance, the pretend like trying to be, it's pretending to be polite condescension, but tolerance is just condescension. It's just another way of putting it. Yes. I'm seeing, oh, Chloe fell out, or the Chloe, not the Chloe. I'm going to go to this one because I saw this earlier. I don't remember who it was that shared it. Maybe it's Frumpy. I think it was you, Frumpy, because it was from the Russia Insider. You know, them diabolical hackers. Shame on them. This is breaking. Pizzagate is back. Ben Swann disappears. Alex Jones, Joe Rogan blow the lid. They blow a lid. Ooh, yuck. Oh well. A CBS reporter who blew the Pizzagate story wide open 2 weeks ago after it had gone quiet since Alex Jones dropped it a month ago has disappeared from the internet, leaving a cryptic message causing a tidal wave of interest on the web. Oh, on the same day as Swann's entry or entire internet presence went dark, Jones picked up the story again. Now see, I noticed I hadn't seen Ben Swann for a while. I hope they didn't get him because he's quite pleasing to watch while he's giving the news. Just saying, as a female looking at a quite handsome young male. In any case, let's see. Pizzagate refers to the latest scandal of the organized pedophile ring in D.C., that Despot Central, and beyond. Recently exposed by WikiLeaks, notably the Podesta emails and the numerous obvious connections to pedophilia, taking its name from Comet Pizza, which is owned by Tony Podesta. Could they be related, you ask? Uh-huh. No such thing as Quinky Dinks. Jones and Rogan spend a solid 35 minutes dissecting all the major aspects of the story, airing some of the most damning evidence there is, and it is overwhelming. So, Pizzagate story in order. WikiLeaks publishes numerous emails containing both explicit and non-explicit references to pedophilia. Connections are made between Comet Pizza in Washington, both Tony and John Podesta, Hillary Clinton, and Anthony Weiner. The internet is inundated with undeniable connections between pedophilia and Pizzagate. Alex Jones pounced as expected, and Joe Biggs does a special report for InfoWars and launches an investigation. Lone gunman walks into Comet Pizza to investigate. Mainstream media responds in concert, points to the lone gunman and says Pizzagate conspiracy is not true, fake news, and extremely dangerous, and accusing Alex Jones as a prime instigator. Well, you know what they say about instigators and shitpot stirrers. They get to lick the spoon. Megyn Kelly, for Fox News, does actual fake news story, taking Alex Jones's quote out of context, amounting to a verified lie. Shock. Someone in the lamestream media taking something out of context and going way out past left field, way past the foul line. Joe Biggs suddenly drops investigation and unceremoniously leaves InfoWars. Ooh, the plot thickens. Alex Jones announces he is dropping Pizzagate. That's the Christmas present to all of those involved. InfoWars removes prior coverage of Pizzagate from its website and YouTube channels. Sniper assassinates 2 Finnish reporters allegedly for Pizzagate investigation. The internet goes ablaze with speculation that the pedos are getting to Jones and others. Pizzagate fades away. CBS's Ben Swann does a reality check segment on Pizzagate that goes viral. That was January 17th. CBS removes Ben Swann's reality check segment on Pizzagate. Ben Swann disappears from the internet, leaving cryptic message. His Twitter, Facebook page, website, and YouTube channel are taken down February 1st. That is creepy. I hadn't noticed that. What's the crypt? I'm going to click on the cryptic message. I want to see what that is. Come on. Scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. This page goes dark February 1st, 2017. It's all good. Trust me. Okay. And then at the bottom it says, with deep sorrow, we regret to inform our readers that our publisher has passed away. Please pray for the departed soul and his sorrowing family members to have strength during his journey to heaven. Some may wonder if this had anything to do with the website, and I assure you it doesn't. We have run hundreds of websites together, and his passion to succeed is something I envied from the first day we worked together. I'm proud to say he was a good friend of mine and will always be missed. Now, wait a minute here. Publisher as in... Okay. Peeps. What's going on? Oh, hey, Gary L. Cool beans. And Gary says, yeah, don't worry, Twitter deleted the hashtags Pizzagate, pedophile, and Podesta as well. Yeah, thank you ever so much, you wonderful, wonderful ass munches, you. Let's not get this information out there, shall we? Okay, and the last thing it has here is Alex Jones goes on Joe Rogan's show and blows the story wide open again with 2 going into devastating detail. That's on February 1st. Now, I want to know this cryptic little Imgur message. That is not, who is it that passed away? Because if you scroll down to the bottom, it has that little with deep sorrow stuff. And I don't know who that is, but I hope to God it's not Ben Swann. That would not be cool in my books. Yes, Podesta and Comet Pizza are real. Those are some nasty, nasty people there. Hi, Deliftics. How you doing, sweetie? I see you. And thank you, Sock Puppet, for putting that over here on Corner Pocket. I appreciate that, hun. I'm going to put this little cryptic thingy over here on Fakey Book, too, and see if maybe I can stir a shit pot. Because you know what? My nose is starting to stuff up a little bit, so I don't think I'm going to notice if I have to lick the spoon. It's better than licking the beaters when I was a kid. Mom never turned off the blender when she... Oh, yes, she did. Yeah, she did. But it was, only after we started. Okay. I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know who they're referring to, Frumpy. That is a little on the side. Bominos on pizza or hot... Ew. Thank you. Thank you for correcting that, Den Tennessee, because I was like, what the hell's Bominos? Thank you. You just had a little dyslexic moment there. A B instead of a D. It's okay. Hi, Sarah Leroy. Oh my God. Vinny, what are you doing? I see you over there on Facebook and you're looking at pictures of me with my way weird freaking 80s hair that my daughter posted because she's an obnoxious little turd. Damn. Yeah, isn't it funny? 80s hair. Oh, some of that stuff. You know, you look at it now and you go, shit, I actually did that on purpose and went out in public like that. Holy crap. Oh, everybody has those pictures where you just look at them and you go, oh, God. Hi there, Slim Jim Flim again. Okay. There's Vinny again back over here. So, now I'm going to go back over to my pocket because that was kind of creepy. That was kind of cryptic. And I don't know that I'm really liking the... And I saw earlier today, y'all were sharing some stuff about Scott Adams' blog again. So I went there. Yeah, I went there. Thank you, guys. I do like Scott Adams. I do like Dilbert. And I actually read the Dilbert cartoon for the day. And yeah, pretty cute. So, in his blog dated yesterday... Excuse me, I felt a little bit of a belch coming on. President Trump and other countries. No, I'm not going to read the whole damn thing like that because I wouldn't make it through like the first paragraph. I'd start laughing and then I'd probably pee myself, or well, not, but still. Okay, so today's news will be all about President Trump and his tense phone calls with the leaders of Australia and Mexico. The popular spin is that the POTUS was rude and aggressive to both of them. Very unprofessional, say the critics. Maybe he's crazy. And orange. Chaos, chaos, chaos. Anarchy. Oh, that's one thing I got to touch on this. I'm going to poke it because it hurts. I've been seeing stuff over on FakyBook, and I kind of sort of lost my cool on somebody's thread that they had going. Because they were talking about how those anarchists just need to all be rounded up. And I lost it. And I just kind of had to let them know that those upwardly mobile piles of feces that are going around doing all of this lovely stuff are not anarchists. Y'all have the definition wrong. Anarchists are not chaos. To believe in anarchy as a system of governance does not mean no rules. What it means is self-rule. And it also means you take responsibility for everything you say and do, because you rule yourself and you have no one else to blame for your shit. And oh my God, there's so many people that just flat ass don't get it. Even after I posted the definition from the web, just posted it over there and said, this is what anarchy means. It does not mean chaos, craziness, ass munches going berserkly in Berkley. That is not anarchy. Those are asshats. Those are fascists. Those are liberals that have totally warped the meaning of the word liberal. So, all this, sorry, I had to go off on that. Back to Scott Adams. Another spin on the same observations is that both Australia and Mexico required their leaders to stand up to POTUS Trump in a more aggressive way than you would expect with a normal POTUS, or President, El Presidente. I didn't hear the details of the call, but I have to think that they were lecturing him or talking down to him, or generally being dicks because that's what their countries required of them in this situation. And Twomples just showed them what that strategy buys them. Which, he is a bullshitter. You gotta admit that. He's a businessman and a bullshitter. Well, businessman, bullshitter, pretty close. Not quite the same, but pretty close. So, if you see one phone call as an event that stands alone, you're missing the story arc. Everything is an ongoing negotiation with Trumples. Australia and Mexico just had to sleep on the idea that their relationship with USA is worse today than yesterday. And it sends a signal to other leaders that lecturing President Trump with an eye toward grandstanding or embarrassing him isn't the strongest strategy. Yeah, he does have a tendency to kind of, I fart in your general direction. He has that attitude, He probably needed to make that point one way or another, and well, now that's done. So now, let's see if the next foreign leader decides to lecture him or not. I'm thinking, no. There will be plenty of breathless commentary today about the end of civil diplomacy, as if there ever was any. And what we don't know is how it all turns out. Don't judge a book by the first sentence. The fun is just starting. So just to be clear, I'm sure the new administration is making plenty of rookie errors. It's not all that brilliant persuasion. But don't assume that you can tell them apart with limited information. Thank you ever so much, Mr. Scott Adams, for that. I do appreciate it. I'm still not real keen on Trumples, but Colfax 10, Nelson Dubois. Hi, Nelson Dubois. You have such a fun name to say. Okay. And oxygen is here. Oh, I needed some oxygen. Thank you. Sweet. Okay. Please don't plug this channel. Ah. Okay. Okay. I'm catching up on the. So those folks are like a flock of seagulls when you get them going. Fly over, shit on everything. Oh, how wonderful. Well. Bird shit everywhere. Okay. Oh, Frumpy, I don't think Grammy would be banning them. Okay. Let's see. You maintain that ban diligently by calling out commies every time your ban expires. Oh, well, good for you, Slim Jim Flim. I'm glad you like doing that. And he's listening to AJ. Okay. Yay! Have fun listening to AJ. That's Alex Jones, correct, Amundo? I've tried to listen to him, and I just can't do it. I get... The longest I think I've been able to listen to Alex Jones is like maybe 5 minutes, which... It's... something about the tone of voice. It just makes me go... Ugh. Okay. What's that? Knickers in a knot, knickers in a knot, knickers. That really bunches up, but it will clean things out. You will no longer have dangleberries, or Klingons, or butt nuggets. Jabba the Hutt. Ooh, okay. See, for those of you that aren't in the RLM, I'm reading the RLM chat, just so you know. Okay. Oh, I'll check that out later, Sock. I I think everybody knows about them, and I think we are at the point right now where people will believe it or they won't, and most of them are going, nuh-uh, because that's about as mature of an argument as they've got. So, whatever. And if I cannot deal with them directly, I'm not going to worry too awful much about it, but trust me, if I had a chance to deal with them directly, any kind of appendage that stuck out enough to do some harm to a child would be removed. Just saying. Okay. Oh, now over on Facebook they're calling Trumples Big Orange. I like oranges. Don't do that. Don't be besmirching the lovely citrus fruit. Okay. And my brother-in-law, I'm going to drop kick him when he comes back because he's working on his tan because his son's a bitch is in Hawaii. He's such a brat. Okay, back to my pocket I go. Oh, I saw this one earlier today. I don't remember who shared it over in the RLM. But it's from zerohedge.com. That might have been you, Sock, that put this one over there. Trump files early with FEC for 2020 candidacy and outmaneuvers nonprofits. Now, I'd read another article about this later on in the day that kind of sort of explained it pretty well, because I didn't read this one. I just saw the headline and, well, let it grab me by the nose ring and throw it in the pocket. But I read another little blurb that kind of explained that, and I thought, bleeding brilliant, if that's the way this is supposed to work out. But let's find out, shall we? Apparently, a document from the Federal Elections Commission indicates that Donald Trumpelstiltskin took steps last week to outmaneuver nonprofit organizations, leaving them unable to officially campaign against him over the next few years of his presidency. Filed on January 20th, 2017, the letter states that while not an official announcement for re-election, Trumpels has filed an FEC Form 2 in order to ensure compliance with the Federal Election Campaign Act. This is an unprecedented, although legal move for the president to make. Dangleberry did not file for his re-election until 2012 re-election bid, or did not file for his 2012 re-election bid until April of 2011. Having filed, even if not formally announcing a bid as a candidate, Trump would be able to coordinate with PACs and other similar organizations. More importantly, 501c3 nonprofit organizations would no longer be able to engage in political speech, which could theoretically affect the results of the 2020 U.S. presidential selection, without running the risk of losing their nonprofit status. Now, I think that's quite ingenious, actually. The move effectively bars interest groups from creating nonprofits which they would funnel money into for the purposes of opposing Trump's initiatives. This will likely create chaos for political opponents of Trumpels, such as Soros, who has sunk significant amounts of money into various nonprofit groups with the intent of opposing Trumpel's government. So, how 501c3 organizations will comply with the FEC's regulations when participating in actions which qualify as political speech remains to be seen. The move is consistent with Trump's campaign promises to reduce the financial influence of private special interest groups on the despot central. I found that quite amusing. And, being a businessman, and I'm sure screwing over quite a few people in the interim, I think he knows how to do that stuff. Oh, Gary, I saw that earlier and I thought that was just hilarious as hell. Gary L shares this over in the RLM chat. What's that? Shriekometer? Oh, yeah. Tom Brokaw does have a horrid voice, Nenson Dubois. He really does. And Hillary's is horrid as well. But I got to read this thing that Gary L shared. So, Donald Trump has chosen Mickey Pence as his VP. Not even Walt Disney could have imagined that one day Mickey and Donald would be running America. I just think that's so funny. Because, yeah, a couple of cartoon characters. And that's pretty much what it is. You know, it really does help to take away some of the angst you may have over them if you laugh at them. Takes away some of their power. You know, if you're no longer intimidated by them. What's that? Crawling out of a toilet. Okay, I gotta see. Okay. Ouch. My kitty cat is trying to be ever so nice, but she's putting her claws out while she's trying to be ever so nice, and that's not nice. Okay. Yay! I see Nenson over here in the corner pocket. And yay, something works over there. Sarcasm? Who has sarcasm? I don't know about sarcasm. Okay. Crawling out of a toilet. That's that shit pot that people stir. Don't you know? Maybe they ought to try a composting toilet. Ooh, yucky. Okay, I'm going to put this over here on the on that effing site real fast. And then I'm going to go back into my pocket. See what I got hiding in there. I stashed all kinds of stuff over the last few days, but I scroll along and I go, no, not feeling it. Not feeling it with that one either. So, let's see. Wait, stop it. Your little emoticon thingies are going nuts, Grim. Or mine are. And yes, I cleared my cache. But I still have some stuff going jingling in my pocket. So there. Okay. Hi, Rascal. Okay. How's about this? Ooh, hey, this one is one that's sponsored by Pocket. Let's check this shit out because I like the headline. This is from wealthsimple.com. How to start your own whiskey fund for $1,500. Turns out it's a better investment than wine, as long as you really like drinking it. This was actually originally posted April the 21st of 2016, but hey, let's go with it anyway, because we was talking about scotch earlier, so let's go into this shit. Whiskey, it's not just for drinking anymore. Just like vodka is not just for drinking. I actually use vodka for making all kinds of cleaners around my house. And, well, they do help clean the inside out too. So I use vodka for cleaning all kinds of things. Okay. In the past decade, the market for high-end whiskey has exploded. The value of Rare Whiskey 101's index of 100 iconic collector's bottles has jumped 226% since November of 2008. Holy shit. Okay, everybody that I know that buys whiskey drinks it. They don't let it sit around. Apparently, that's an increase that makes recent gains in the fine wine market look downright pedestrian by comparison. I wouldn't know about that either because I don't drink wine. Or at least not often, like once every 5 years. So, consider these examples. In 2010, a special bottle of 64-year-old Macallan in the, okay, it's in a crystal decanter. Oh, whiskey was created to keep the Irish from taking over the world. I don't think we have to worry about that anyway, Sock, because I think they have much more fun drinking whiskey. Well, okay, there you go. I think they'd much rather sit around and complain about it than try and take it over. You know, you get a lot more mileage out of the complaining part, don't you know? Taking over is actual work. Sitting on a bar stool isn't so bad, unless you got to work to balance yourself, which is why I don't sit on bar stools. And usually after I drink, my name changes to Eileen, because I lean on bar stools, I lean on people, I lean on walls. I just lean. Whew, kind of like Tower of Pisa. In any case, back to this. Apparently a 64-year-old bottle that is in a crystal decanter sold for nearly $500,000, while a single bottle of Dalmore 62 went for almost $170,000. If you've got that kind of money to spend on one bottle of whiskey, would you adopt me? Because I could spend it on something a hell of a lot more useful than one bottle of whiskey. Apparently last August, investors purchased a bottle of 1960 Karuzawa. Oh, Karuzawa. I know, Sock. I got the joke. I got it. I just kind of went somewhere with it. What, rascal? You cannot chew on my microphone, 'cause then I can't talk, which is not necessarily a bad thing. Silly kitty. Okay, apparently they bought a 1960 bottle of whiskey from Japan's smallest distillery for nearly $100,000, which once again, if you've got that kind of money to spend on one bottle of whiskey, you can adopt me and I will put that money to good use. And then last month, the Platinum Whiskey Investment Fund, which is a hedge fund promising a 17% annual return through the buying and selling of old and rare single malt whiskeys, announced its first dividend payment. They'd been buying and selling whiskey and whiskey, apparently there's a difference if you have the E in there or not, for less than 2 years, and already they were doling out profits. Okay, a bit of terminology. Generally, it's whiskey with an E if it's distilled in Ireland or the United States. And it's whiskey without the E if it's produced in Scotland, Canada, Australia, Japan, or Europe. I did not know that, but now I do. Thank you very much. I'm sure when Alex Trebek asks that question, I'll say, I know this one. That's probably the way it'll work, because, yeah. So, you don't need to have $100,000 to drop on a fifth or $250,000 to meet a minimum buy-in for the Platinum Whiskey Fund in order to invest in fine whiskey. Nicholas Polacci, the chief executive officer of the New York-based whiskey consultancy and event company of Whiskey Dog, says that it's possible to see a large return on bottles in the $300 to $1,000 range. It's not about spending a lot of money, he told us. It's about knowing what's worth collecting. Well, you know, I've been known to collect whiskey bottles just because, well, and I do collect some wine bottles that are really pretty because I have art projects that I do with them. Although most people look at them and go, that's a wine bottle. But I say, yeah, but look what I did with it. It's cool. So, of course, a caveat is speculating in whiskey isn't the smartest way to take care of your future self. But it's not a bad way to entertain yourself if you have the means and like the way whiskey tastes. Which, I don't have a problem with whiskey, as in the way it tastes, but it does not like my gut, or my gut does not like it. One way or t'other. So, a little bit about what makes a quality whiskey is that there's an old saying, beware expensive whiskey in beautiful decanters. Well, that's not actually a saying, but don't assume that a stunning crystal chalice holds a quality product. It might be great, or it might be shite. Making whiskey is a little bit of a science and a lot of art. So there's no concrete way to find top-notch distillers. In general, small batch is a loose term that can apply to runs of up to 100 barrels, but usually means significantly smaller production than that, and yields a higher quality spirits than industrial productions. I do know some people that make some corn whiskey. Corn squeezins is what they call it out here. And I tell you what, last time I had some of that, it was smooth. It was warm, but it was smooth. And I didn't realize it till after the third drink that I had that I went, whoa, I'm not going to be driving anywhere for a while. Whoa. But I didn't have a hangover the next day either, so hey. It was very smooth, but most definitely sip, sip, sip. Be very careful. Sip a little bit, drink some water. Sip a little bit, drink some water. Apparently, they go on to say that a barrel aged for 20 years will likely be superior to one aged for a decade and will feature a more complex flavor. Ultimately, the skill of the distiller is the single best signifier of quality. This does go on for a bit, but you know what? I've lost it. It's gone. I'm no longer interested. But for those of you that like your whiskey, doctors pull live cockroach from woman's skull. Ooh. Ew. You know I'm going to have to go there. Oh, man. Ooh, okay, I'm reading up in the chat. And scotch and root beer? What? Why would you ruin perfectly good root beer? I'm going to have to ponder on that one for a bit and then some de bois. Ooh. And Vinny is a drinker? That doesn't surprise me one bit, Vinny. Just saying. I've heard you on the phone after you've had a couple. Hey. Oh, the Glenlivet Distillery? Ah, okay. Hi, Quasimodo. I didn't say hi to you earlier, but hi there, sweetheart. How you doing? Okay, I'm going to come over here and check, because I had a flashing thing going on. Why am I flashing? Oh, okay. Hi, Tanya. Tanya's silly. She's a wino. And she's almost as mouthy as me. Almost. Almost. She likes hanging out with me at the bowling alley because I get a little crazy. I know that shocks you. Okay. I'm going to go back to this. From Gizmodo. Oh. No. 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 I didn't tell you to do that. Wait a minute. I might like that one. Oh. Okay. This is from the slot. I like this article. I could really read this one, I think. And it wouldn't take much. I'll just start reading now while I'm sharing it. This is not normal. 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 How do you like the way I'm reading? I'm doing it really well. I didn't stutter just once, did I? This is not normal. This is not normal. You know what? You're absolutely correct. This is not normal. Oh, that's funny. Normal's overrated. Oh, goodness. I like that. I'm sick and wrong, but I like that. Yada, 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 blah, 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 yada, yada, blah, 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 yada, yada, yeah. That will be my next blog, I think. Yada, yada, blah, blah, yada, blah. I'll have to think on that one, though, as to what all I will put in there. But, yeah, I like that. Okay. Now I'm going to go back and see. There it is. Doctors pull live cockroaches from woman's skull after complaints of a crawling sensation, which... Ugh. Oh, wow. Hey, sorry, I got distracted. There's undies on the other side, and it's a man's rump, and it's like, hi there. They're camouflaged, but I see that rump roast. Moving along. On Tuesday, a 42-year-old Indian woman went to the hospital complaining of an extremely painful, tingling, crawling sensation. After being transferred 3 times, doctors determined that there was a foreign body that seemed to be mobile in her head. Yes, your worst nightmare is a reality. It was a full-grown cockroach. Dr. M.N. Shankar, the head of the ENT department of Stanley Medical College, told the New Indian Express, don't worry, when doctors remove Earth's most vile creature from the woman's skull base between the 2 eyes close to the brain, they got it on tape. Oh, I'm not watching the video. I'll puke. Ugh. Apparently the living full-grown roach had apparently crawled up the woman's nose. Oh, man! And was stuck inside her head for 12 hours. How could you not feel that crawl up there? Ooh. And whenever it moved, it gave me a burning sensation in my eyes. You think? Wow. Of the roach in question, Dr. Shankar said that it was alive. Yes, we were able to deliver it live. It is alive. And it didn't want to come out. Well, no, it was warm. And just look at all the food it had around it. Ugh. Apparently, it took 45 minutes and a combination of suction and forceps to finally remove the living nightmare from her skull. I'm going to sleep tonight with nose plugs. Oh, God. I don't have cockroaches, but oh, man, that's just freaking creepy. Apparently, another doctor who was part of, I'm not saying the name because I would totally butcher it because, wow, that's entirely too many. Yeah. But they were part of the rescue team that removed the bug. Told the Times of India that while he's seen a lot of bizarre things go up nasal cavities, he's never seen anything like this. Not a cockroach. Especially not one this large. What the... Was she sleeping and just in... And I would think, you know, when you're sleeping, you would... And why you wouldn't... And then you would feel that and you'd have that... Boy. Don't worry. Yeah, you say that now. I'm reading it. While a giant cockroach climbing up into your body through your nose might be a rarity, they seem to crawl into ears frequently enough, which, yeah, that's where I thought it had gone, was in the ear, because I'd heard about that. So... of course, my ex, when he was a kid, had a June bug go into his ear, and that's why he absolutely hates June bugs. But, man, can you... Oh, that makes my ear itch just thinking about it. So, what if it happens to you? You'll likely experience ear pain and hearing loss. The Mayo Clinic warns that you shouldn't try to get it out by probing it with a Q-tip, which puts you in at the risk of damaging your middle ear and pushing the bug in further. The University of Rochester Medical Center recommends you try tilting your head and flushing your ears with water or oil. If that doesn't work, go to a doctor. Good night and good luck. Thank you ever so much. And you know how they got the June bug out of my ex's ear? They shined a flashlight, and the bug came towards the light. Go towards the light. Oh, God. That is just creepy. And I had to read it. Thanks, Grim. You shared that, didn't you? Get an army man stuck in your nose? I'm sorry, Circle O. No, circles, if you have an issue, just get you a flashlight and shine it up, and they get attracted to the light, and they'll come back out. It works. Sorry. Oops. But see, Grimmy knows me, and he knows if I see something weird like that, I'm going to go there. Because that's just kind of the way I roll. I can't help myself. I'm not normal. In case you hadn't noticed that. Oh, that's just wrong. Fui. I'm going to share that on Facebook just because I'm going to mess with people. Because seeing as how I'm going to have those weird-ass dreams tonight, I'm going to make sure everyone else does too. Because, damn it. I know you didn't. But see, Grim, you know me. You know I'll go there because I'm just weird. So, I couldn't help it. Couldn't help myself. Okay. That's okay, trust no one. Nobody knows what normal is. Oh. Night-night, Circle O. I'll see you in the morning, or it'll be morning for me, afternoon for you. Sorry, sweetie. And I've had brothers put, I had one brother put a navy bean up his nose. So, and another brother put a pea up his nose. No, not the liquid kind. But, yeah. I never stuck things up my nose except for my finger. And I think every kid does that. So, yeah. Oh, a creepy crawly. Thanks, Sock. I think I'll abstain from that one. Okay. Let's see. I guess, seeing as how I did already self-sabotage, I'm going to go here. I'm feeling a little bit existential now that I've dealt with the cockroach deal. Let's get all existential, and the universe is all just your imaginations. You're just imagining that shit. This is from the Daily Om. Overcoming Self-Sabotage. Apparently, it's an 8-week online course that's available from the Daily Om. So, some of the topics that they will be covering, and this is why I'm going here, because I wanted to read the topics that they're covering, because I'm going to expand on them, if you know what I mean. I needed a drink of water. Okay, so some of the topics being covered in this 8-week course. It's a cartoon short. Okay, I'll check it out when I get done, Sock. I only got an hour left, so overcoming self-sabotage. Now, self-sabotage, it can be lots and lots of things. Like saying, I can't do it, and therefore you are right. You can't. That is self-sabotage. Calling yourself dumb, that is self-sabotage. Anytime you say something like that out loud, I mean, thinking it is one thing. You can think it, and yeah, you're not going to get over it, but thinking it, it's going to keep running around in your head. But once you say it out loud, then that little voice in the back of your head perks up and goes, I am. And then it starts fulfilling that. So stop doing that. Stop sabotaging yourself. Another topic to be covered is taking inventory in your biggest life lessons. And that was something my brother Fudd and I talked about the other day. Well, yesterday, I guess it was. Wow, time flies when you're crazy busy. We were talking about some life lessons and how it's really kind of cool. You know, you get a life lesson, and when you initially get it, it's most of the time not a good thing. It's like, man, this sucks. Man, this totally sucks. But then you get a couple of years past it and you go, you know, I learned something. Like one of my life lessons was when I went to work for the dentist office. I was the receptionist there, and little did I know that the receptionist meant chief cook, bottle washer, x-ray taker, x-ray developer, helping in the operatory, you know, just pretty much everything that the dentist wanted me to do. Didn't make any difference that she already had a hygienist and that she already had a dental assistant. I got to do all of the other stuff, as well as all of the billing and the scheduling and the insurance and the very stressful job. Very stressful job, especially when you're dealing with people that are calling in going, I need to get in to see the dentist right now. Okay, sir. Tell me what's going on. My tooth is throbbing. Okay, sir. And when did your tooth start bothering you? Well, it just started this week, but I broke it 6 months ago. But it just started hurting now, and I need to get in today. Let me tell you, I lost a lot of faith in humanity. That 2.5 years, 3 years I worked for the dentist, whee! I turned into a real heartless old crud because I realized people are sometimes just a total douche. And I had no sympathy whatsoever for them. Took me a long time to get to the point where I actually had sympathy for people again. So, but one of my biggest life lessons was, you know, I thought I'd had assholes that I'd worked for before, and she set a new mark. She really did. And then I worked with someone else for a long time who was pretty dang crooked, and he set another mark that I could look back at her and I'd go, okay, he's a crooked son of a bitch. But I can usually warn people about him being a crooked son of a bitch. She's just a bitch. So, you know, after a few years, that life lesson changed. And it still keeps changing. You know, I have lots of life lessons that you reflect back on them, and the farther away you get from them, the different lesson that you get from it. So that's something that you need to do, is to take an inventory of your life lessons, because you'd probably be surprised what different things you would learn now that you're a little bit farther away from that lesson when it initially happened. Another topic is breaking through toxic emotions. Now, toxic emotions, people will say that anger is a toxic emotion. I beg to differ. I don't think it hurts you one damn bit to get angry. A lot of times you're quite justified in being angry. It's what you do with the anger that will get you in trouble. Envy is a toxic emotion. Jealousy is a toxic emotion. Being selfish to the point that it is dangerous to others, that is a toxic emotion. Narcissism is toxic. Fear can be a toxic emotion, but fear is also a necessary component, because you got to, you know, if that's your instincts, that's your primal, your lower brain instinct, survival instinct. If something triggers that fear, it perks you up, it makes you more alert, you become more attentive of your surroundings, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's the irrational fears. It's the I'm afraid if I turn, if I turn a light switch on, I'm going to be electrocuted from the static electricity that shocks me occasionally because the air's dry. That is an irrational fear. Or, just thinking if I walk by a light switch, I'm going to get shocked. That's an irrational fear. People that are afraid to step outside because of whatever boogeyman, that is an irrational fear. Doesn't make it any less real, but it is irrational. So you need to break away from those things. Learn to discover how to get away from them. And usually the best way is facing them. Discovering your unmet needs. Well, I already know what those are, so I can just move along. Breaking the trance of denial. Oh my goodness, there's an awful lot of people that are in denial right now. A lot of special little cupcakes. I'm calling them Berkley peoples right about now, because a lot of those people are in denial. Maybe you're just hurt. Oh, yeah, that's something that I think they all need to embrace. A lot of those crazy asshats, the ninja ones, the ones that are all dressed like ninjas, and they're the ones that dart in and spray pepper spray in someone that's just kind of talking and turning and walking away. Or they blindside someone, sucker punch someone, whatever. Them little ninja asshats, the ones that need to be flushed. They're the walking, talking little piles of feces. They need to be flushed. They are not the ones that are hurt. They are the ones that are using this as a reason to go out and hurt. Those are probably paid protesters. My God. Uncovering your unconscious patterns. Oh, we all have those. We all have those. And if you start paying a little bit of attention, you'll catch yourself at some of those and go, some bitch, I was doing that? I need to quit that. Let's see. The next one is feeling safe in the face of fear, which that would be a toughie. But so long as it's not an unrealistic or an over-exaggerated fear, I think you should be able to feel not a safe place, but that would be. I can imagine people needing some kind of help. I don't really have that much to deal with out here, quite frankly. Destruction of hidden rage. Okay, I don't have any of that anymore. That's gone. That's out of the building. That left years ago. Let's see. Are your excuses keeping you stuck? I have a million excuses, but I don't think they're keeping me stuck. Basically, those are the I splaining to you. Let me explain to you. I could come up with an excuse for just about anything if I wanted to. I usually don't. I usually just say, yeah, I did that. I screwed up. Oops. I'll fix it. Move along. The gifts of standing in your own power. Now, that one I can relate to. That one, yeah. That's kind of a wonderful feeling when you finally get your head pulled out and you start owning some things. This living out here in the boonies with just my fur babies has really helped with that one. So, maybe I could give this. How much are they charging for this shit? They don't have the. Let me scroll down. Damn it. But if you're not 100% satisfied, we will receive your or refund your money. Alrighty. Let's see. The sacred state of surrender. Surrender, monkeys. I have a white flag and I will travel. No, thank you. No, thank you. I know that's not what it means, but making peace with your pain. Okay, been there, done that. Yeah, that does help considerably. And finally, healing the split between ego and spirit. That's a toughie. That's a work on daily kind of thing for this old broad. But that sounds like I'm going to go ahead and share this with you. So if any of you are really interested in maybe at least checking it out or reading the article, because there is an article attached to it. But I don't think. It says there's 37,375 people have taken this course. No, I've taken my own course, thank you. Made it through so far. Mental! I see you, MP. How you doing, sweetheart? That's true, Quasimodo, just because, yeah, it's not really paranoia if they really are out to get you. That is true. Okay. Windows security flaws can crash systems. Why does that not surprise me? Okay, I'm scrolling up, reading the chat. You had a root canal, trust no one? I've had years and years ago. I had two. I have one on each side, lower jaw. And did you know, don't let them bully you into a root canal. They'll tell you you need to have a root canal. No, a root canal is only necessary if the nerve is dead. If the nerve is not dead, you do not need a root canal. Now, if the tooth is abscessed, then odds are the root is dead. But there's a lot of times, you know, like if you chip a tooth or what have you, and they tell you they're going to have to put posts in it and crown it and tell you, well, we're going to have to do a root canal on it. Don't let them. Don't let them. Because that's bullshit. They do entirely too many frickin' root canals. And the reason that they do that is because cha-ching. Yeah. Don't go there. Don't believe it. And there are things out there now. I've seen some research on something that helps you rebuild your tooth. They're doing clinical trials, I guess. Let's see. Well, where is your blog, Nansen Dubois? I would read your blog. You give me a link. Puff, puff, pass, melt pancakes. How you doing? Okay. I'ma close those. I think I'm gonna go to Oopie. I'm feeling an urge to go to Oopie. And then I need to go to the pig. Because I had a little conversation with Porcus this morning. Okay, it was a messenger conversation, but we still had a little chit-chat this morning, so I'm going to have to go check out the pig. He said the front page of the pig is pretty much Hambo's domain. So, let's see. Ooh, okay. I'm just going to read you titles until I get to the point where I'm ready to stop and check shit out. There's a Palestinian barber that uses flames to straighten hair. Now, I have seen videos of some guy that uses flames to cut hair. Ah, leave that to the porn sites? Okay, Sock. I did not know that. You're a silly man. Okay. Bald eagle rescued from wildlife trap in British Columbia. That's cool. Cup stacking champ breaks record in under 5 seconds. Okay, that's probably a video, so that's not going to do me a whole heck of a lot of good. But coming on over to Oopie in the odd news section, you'll see that. An Australian fisherman cuss out great white shark stalking their boat. Oh, that would be funny, but once again, probably a video. How about I just share the odd news? Oh! Okay. Circles was creeped out by the cockroach. I'm going to show you something that's just as creepy, if not more so. And it looks like the Westminster Dog Show is now including cats. What the hell? Do you not have a cat show? Jeez. Okay, wow, this is weird. An Oregon woman wound up with an unwanted accessory. after her pet snake decided to crawl through a piercing in her ear. Ashley Glaw, or yeah, whatever, shared a photo of her pet ball python, Bart, dangling from her ear as she waited inside the Portland emergency room. It all happened so fast that before I knew what was going on, it was already too late, she said. Bart was resting on her shoulder when he suddenly sprung towards her ear and became trapped in the large hole created by her gauges. Wow. Okay. One of her friends said that the doctors at the hospital made a slight cut into her ear and used Vaseline and a plastic tool to allow the snake to wriggle itself free. Her ear was numbed before the doctors attempted to pull the snake out, and she experienced some pain, but Bart was left unharmed. Well, I am very happy for Bart, and I'm thinking, dang, Dudette. Dang. I would not have a pet snake to start with. There's just some... That's okay. Nenson, if you have ever listened to any of my shit, you know I'm just a wee bit on the chaotic side and weird. But if you don't want to, that's fine too. I understand. Oh, it's on your Twitter page? But I don't know that I'm following you on Twitter, hun. And a Seattle judge blocks Trump's immigration order. Why does that not surprise me? And people up there are crazy. And they're way far north. They have to make it through an awful lot of territory to get to Seattle. Just saying. I'm not even going to get into that whole immigration thing because that's like, there's so many. But I will say, if you have rules, if you have regulations, if you're going to make them apply to some, you make them apply to all. If you cannot make them apply or will not make them apply to all, then dispose of the rules or regulations. That's all I have to say about that. So, let's see. Okay, then my state, I seen this on the side. A Kansas man won Super Bowl tickets for life thanks to a lucky beer run. Where was this? Lyle Randa, 52, became the winner of Bud Light's Super Bowl tickets for life sweepstakes after he opened a 30-pack containing a gold beer can. I had no idea that an ordinary Bud Light run would change my life, and this is a dream come true, he said. He made the winning purchase at Elmaya Liquor in Wichita while stocking up on beer in anticipation of friends and family visiting his home. I know where that liquor store is. I've been there a couple of times. I ran up there to pick up some Bud Light, he said, and I knew they were doing a promotion, but you know, what are your chances? What are the chances? Obviously, yours were pretty good. Anheuser-Busch distributed 37,000 gold Super Bowl 51 cans throughout the world, with each offering the chance at a grand prize of 2 tickets to every Super Bowl for up to 51 years. 6 other contestants were awarded a pair of 2017-2018 season tickets to watch the NFL game of their choice. But Randa beat the odds again by claiming the lifetime Super Bowl prize. Cool! That can will never be opened up, which I wouldn't. That bad boy would be up on a shelf. I'm going to make a shadow box and put all my Super Bowl tickets and the can in it. Well, there you go, dude. What the hell? He said he plans to put his first set of tickets to use by attending Super Bowl 51 in Houston on Sunday with his wife Amy, which that's not that far of a drive from Wichita. In the future, he plans to share the wealth by bringing along his other family members, including his 2 sons and 9 brothers and sisters. Cool! I've got a lot of years and family, he said, and they will all have to fight my wife for tickets down the road. I told her I loved her. I'd love to take each and every one to the Super Bowl if my health is willing. Of course, I've seen people my age fall over dead, so knock on wood. It's a good reason to stay healthy. Oh, well, I don't know that I would say that, but yay! Good for you, Lyle. I wouldn't go to the Super Bowl, even if you gave me tickets, because I just... Oh, I did? Okay. Thank you, Nansen. Did I? Is that you? Did I? Cool. Okay. Wow. So let me see here. Bio, pending, complete trade, da 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 da. Ah. Dipples. Never do that again. Ah. Okay. Well, okay. To avoid criticism, do nothing, say nothing, be nothing. Oh, no, because somebody's going to criticize you for being a nothing. So, yeah, that doesn't work either, Nansen. Sorry. Republicans want the worst for everybody. Democrats are less evil? No, no, no. Okay, sweetie. I'm seeing your movie collections and music and games, and I was looking for a blog. You would sell them? Well, yeah, I would probably sell the tickets. But that's about it. I wouldn't go to the games. I don't even watch it on TV anymore. Why would I want to go there? Be around all those people and I'm turning into quite the hermit. Nah. Okay, get this shared over here on Effin. And I don't know, I need to refresh because I think in case TD, are you here? Honey? Hi if you are. Okay, booyah. Share that. Done with the pizza shit. I'm going back to my pocket. And then I'll go check out the pig. Because I got to see. I know there was something else I stuck in here. Let's see. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. I think this is it. Get ready for freeways that ban human drivers. I know an awful lot of drivers that need to be banned, and I think they're subhuman with the way they drive. But then again, my children probably think that about me. So, I don't drive like a crazy person. I'm not in that big of a hurry. So, new rules of the road for robot cars coming out of Washington this week could lead to the eventual extinction of one of the defining archetypes of the past century, the human driver. Dun 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 dun. While banning people from driving may seem like something from a Kurt Vonnegut short story, it's a logical endgame of a technology that could dramatically reduce or even eliminate the 1.25 million road deaths a year globally, until somebody gets in there and dodges with the programming. Now, this is from September 22nd of just last year, so giving you that timeline. Human error is the cause of 94% of roadway fatalities. You think? And the U.S. safety and regulators say that robot drivers never get drunk, sleepy, or distracted. But you get some crazy asshat that hacks into the system and they could be playing bumper cars on the interstate, which that could be interesting to watch. If I didn't have to participate, if I could just sit back and watch, that might be interesting. I don't know. It's like a great big massive demo derby. But I could see, until humanity catches up with the technology, till their spirituality catches up, their moral fiber catches up with technology, I don't trust this shit. Apparently, autonomous cars already have superhuman intelligence. Well, you know what? There's an awful lot of people that are on the roads, behind the wheel, that I don't think they could even get a driver's license from a box of Cracker Jacks. So superhuman intelligence is really not that much when you look at some of the drivers out there. Just saying. Apparently, this also allows them to see around corners and avoid crashes. That's from Danny Shapiro, Senior Director of Automotive at NVIDIA Corp, whatever the hell that is. It's a maker of high-speed processors for self-driving cars. Oh, okay. Now I know why that looked familiar. Whatever. So, long term, these vehicles will drive better than any human possibly can, Shapiro said. We're not there yet. No, we're not. But we will get there sooner than we believe. Okay. I work in the automotive industry. I deal with warranties and recalls. And trust me, this is quite a few years down the road yet. They can't seem to get seals to work properly or get them put in properly or what have you to where they don't get recalled within the first year. So, nah, this is down the road a ways. Regulators are accelerating the shift with new rules. They did that in Minnesota too. Do you know that? Years ago, they said that every vehicle, as of, I think it was supposed to be 2010. No, maybe 2015. Maybe it was 2015. As of 2015, all vehicles on the road in Minnesota were supposed to be able to drive on, I believe it was E85, which that is hard on your engine. They don't tell you that either, do they? But they made those rules because they were being ever so greeniac without doing any kind of independent research. Oh well. These new rules, it will provide a path for going fully driverless by removing the requirement that a human serve as a backup. Oh, here's George Jetson. Earlier this year, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration recognized Google's self-driving software as the driver in its fully autonomous test vehicles, eliminating the need for a person to be present. That reminds me, there's, when was this, 76? Yeah, when those Good Time Fun machines first come out, I was still living at home, and, well, my mom's, I should say, and had college there in my hometown, and had a lot of Nigerians come over to go to school there. I don't know if it was for the basketball or what. I don't know why we always had so many Nigerians go to school there, but we did. And one of them had quite a bit of money. I don't know if he was a real Nigerian prince or if he was just a beneficiary of one of those Nigerian prince scams things. But in any case, he went down and he paid cash for one of those Good Times Fun Machine vans. The ones that had the shag carpet and the bar and all that other fun shit and the big couch thingy built in. Basically a get-laid wagon thing. And he thought he was going to. And he was going to go to a party in Russell, which was about 37 miles away. And so he got out there on the interstate and he set the cruise control, and then he got up out of the driver's seat and went back to mix himself a drink. Totaled the van. Yeah, drivers haven't gotten much smarter since then. At least not from what I've observed. Most dangerous component on any automobile is the nut holding the wheel. Just saying. This week, well, actually back in September, technology industry veterans proposed a ban on human drivers on a 150-mile or 241-kilometer stretch of Interstate 5 from Seattle to Vancouver. Within 5 years, human driving could be outlawed in congestive city centers like London or on college campuses and airports. Hey, I be Dauncey, how you doing, hon? How's your lovely bride doing? Let's see. Oh, they make graphic cards? Okay, cool. What's that? Jetsons? Is that a Jetsons car? It's the Jetsons! Thanks, Frumpy. Okay, back to these ding-dongs and their automobiles. Yeah. Okay. For a Bloomberg quick take on driverless cars, they have a little link there. The first driver-free zones will be well-defined and digitally mapped. Oh, that's a whole other ball of wax. I got a phone call. See, anything to do with automotive, and I'll bet you I got a story about it, just with customers that I've had to deal with over the last 18 years now that I've worked for this dealership. Someone called me yesterday, as a matter of fact. My GPS is telling me to go here, but I'm not finding you. And I asked her where she was at, and I said, okay, you just need to turn around, head south, like you're heading back to the highway, and we are on the west side of the street. And she said, oh my God, I drove by there, but I was paying attention to my GPS. Once again. Whee! I don't know if this is a good thing. Apparently, these are supposed to be giving autonomous cars a long-range vision and 360-degree view of their surroundings. Yeah. The I-5 proposal would start with self-driving vehicles using carpool lanes and expand over a decade to robot rides taking over the road during peak driving times. Oh, this is just... I have watched entirely too many sci-fi movies and read entirely too many sci-fi books. This is not looking good. In city centers, you don't even want non-automated vehicles. They would just ruin the whole point of why you have a smart city. Smart cities. You're funny. You're funny fucker. This was apparently said by a former engineer at the Ford Motor Company and Fiat Chrysler Automobiles. Oh, if you have drivers in the cars, it makes it a dumb city. Okay, some cities are dumb whether the drivers are smart or not. John Krafcik, however you say that, of Google's self-driving car project, said in an August interview with Bloomberg Businessweek that the tech giant is developing cars without steering wheels and gas or brake pedals because we need to take the human out of the loop. Okay. Yeah, right. And the Ford Chief Executive Officer Mark Fields echoed that sentiment last month when he said the 113-year-old automaker would begin selling robot taxis with no steering wheel or pedals in 2021. Problems with drivers not paying attention or getting sleepy or getting drunk are really ripe for autonomous to do a better job than humans. Yeah? That is true, Ibidonsi. They're wanting more control over your movements. That's what it is. Hi, Spacey. I see you, sweetheart. Is whose phone on? Okay. And yes, Google is evil, which is why it's synonymous with, well, it's not synonymous, but that's what they wanted to insert instead of using fuck to say Google. But, you know, fuck can mean something fun as well, whereas Google is just usually frustrating. So, moving along. Yes, I heard a dingling. Oh, that. Okay, never mind. So, problems with drivers not paying attention, yada, 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 yada. Really ripe for autonomous to do a better job than humans. Yes, it is ripe for autonomous to do better than humans. But who's going to control the autonomous software and hardware? That's what I want to know. But that was from Ron Medford, who is the Director of Safety at Google's self-driving car program and former Deputy Administrator of the National Highway Transportation and Safety Administration, which is, yeah, I get to deal with that too. Yippee skippy. Have a direct link? Yeah. Ain't it great? With mobile devices and added distraction, U.S. highway fatalities rose 8% last year. Do what, Grammy? Trust yourself to car running Windows operating system and the blue screen of death takes on the whole new... Oh my God, that is so true. And you know, I'm having to do trainings this last week. Because, yeah, it's the new year. And so they have all kinds of torture training classes for me to take so that I can stay current on all of the new bullshit, basically. And one of the trainings I had to take was on OnStar, which OnStar can be a wonderful thing, but let me tell you, any of those things that tell you where to go, I can tell you where to go. I would do it with a smile and a giggle. Trust me, I would. Actually, I've been told where to go so many times that I am now the tour guide. I have a special uniform for it and everything. And yes, you must, if you're a window licker, you must sit on the right because, well, that's the only side that has windows anyway. But, yeah. Even OnStar screws up. OnStars can't, and it doesn't control your vehicle. But there are times where it will just all of a sudden, I've had customers tell me this. They're driving down the road and then all of a sudden OnStar says, "This is OnStar, what is your emergency?" And they totally freak out because all of a sudden, especially if you're driving down the road like I am with the stereo blaring. I don't have OnStar, but with the stereo blaring, and then all of a sudden you hear this voice go, "This is yada yada yada. What's this? What seems to be the emergency?" I would probably have an accident. Even though I wouldn't wreck my car, I would probably still have an accident. Just saying. Especially depending on how long I had been behind the wheel and how far I have to go before the next rest stop. And how much I've had to drink coffee-wise, because I drink coffee or water in the car. In any case, yeah, don't trust any of those autonomous systems. They are just, wow, they got an awful lot of research to do yet, awful lot of perfecting to do with that shit. Trust me, I work in the automotive industry. I deal with service issues all the time. Trust me, don't go there. You don't want to do it. And these idiots that are saying, they mandate it, they legislate it before the technology's even there. Fucking morons. Every damn one of them. But it's feel-good legislation. I feel so much better now that I passed this. It's for the betterment of humanity and Mother Earth. No, it's not. It's to pad your ego, you dumbass. They don't even have the technology. Pull your head out. Okay, back to this. Behind the wheel, we are only human and we are expected to screw up. That's from Raj Rakumar, who is the co-director for the General Motors Carnegie Mellon Autonomous Driving Collaborative Research Lab in Pittsburgh. Could you have a longer name? Wow. There will come a point in time where we should not be allowed to drive. And who decides that? When my grandpa got to the point where he should not be allowed to drive, they took away his driver's license and he walked everywhere. And if he needed to go somewhere where he couldn't walk, I took him. Or my uncle took him. It was just that simple. Do you really need to make it robotic? I don't think so. Man needs to be able to pay attention to what they're doing. Apparently there's a skeptical public out there, so I'm not the only one. Not so fast, say some safety advocates who point to the grisly death of a Tesla Motors Inc. driver while he had his car in autopilot in May. There's tremendous skepticism still today about driverless cars. They're just computers, and computers break down. You think? Self-driving cars still struggle to operate in snow and fog. And if you have one with a dynamic stability control, traction control nonsense that they put on there, which can be good, but most of the time is just messing with you, it does it a whole hell of a lot of good to be ever so safe in fog and snow until you can't go forward and you have to wind up driving backwards, because you can actually drive backwards when it doesn't let you go forwards. Isn't that just messed up? I've owned 2 vehicles like that now, which still makes it fun. I enjoy myself. Everybody else on the sidewalk gets a little scared, but goes on to say they can't yet comprehend social aspects of everyday driving, such as head nods and hand gestures and 4-way stops. And the bird, which is the hand gestures. Apparently the capabilities of these systems are much less than people may think. That was from Jake Fisher, who is the director of auto testing at Consumer Reports magazine. The most difficult thing for a self-driving vehicle is to deal with humans, because humans tend to be unpredictable. No way! I'm shocked. And that is exactly why error-prone humans eventually must exit the highways, says the autonomous advocates. Nah. Instead of making them and making it even easier, have you not seen the cartoon Wall-E? Instead of doing that, make people pay frickin' attention to what they're doing. Quit giving them all those gadgets that will do things for them. Make them have to actually pay attention. Make them learn to think. Ooh, hey, that's a novel idea. Short story for most people for now, because that's about all the attention span they can handle or muster up. Goes on to say that they're persuading the public to relinquish the road won't be easy. No, not going to convince me. Nearly 2/3 of U.S. consumers say they won't buy a robot car because they believe they're dangerous. Ding, ding, ding. That's according to a July survey of 2,500 consumers by Altman Villandry & Co., who is a Boston-based consultant. More than half of those surveyed would refuse to ride in a self-driving car, which I would refuse to ride in one, especially nowadays. No way. They just don't have the technology. And if they do have the technology, I don't trust the son of a bitch that has the control of the joystick, okay? That opposition may soften as more drivers are saved by autonomous features, such as automatic braking and technology that steers a car back into a lane when it crosses a lane, unless you're needing to cross a lane to give someone a little bit more room because they are in a vehicle that does not have that technology and they are floating. There's all kinds of equations that you got to figure out here and you got to deal with. Nah. And trust me, the airbag issue, no. Don't be adding more shit until you fix what you already got, okay? Wow, I'm getting close to my end of my time too. To speed the transition, governments may give drivers financial incentives to replace their cars with autonomous vehicles. Government's got no business picking sides. Government's got no business in the business of driving, as far as I'm concerned. Similar to the Cash for Clunkers program, which was a big, massive pile of shit. Just saying. That was so many frickin' hoops that you had to jump through on that. Not necessarily on the customer side, but on the dealership side. Oh, Lord, that was a fucking nightmare. That was And it did not get the gas guzzlers off the road because the real gas guzzlers were the older vehicles and those did not qualify for the Cash for Clunkers program. Yeah. Oh, there was all kinds of lovely little stipulations to that bullshit. Insurance companies could also nudge people out of the driver's seat by charging a higher premium to fuck you operate a car manually. Insurance companies, can you say shell game where you always get screwed? I think you can. Who do you think helped write Obama death care? Who do you think wrote half of the bullshit laws we've got right now? Insurance. If it wasn't insurance agents, it was lawyers and doctors. Seriously, those people are in cahoots. Not all of them are bad, but I tell you what, just about every piece of legislation out there that's a total douchebag piece of legislation that everybody else takes it in the shorts while very few get to rake it in and benefit from it, odds are it was written by an insurance person or a lawyer or a doctor or a combination of the three. Because that's all politicians are, either medical people or lawyers or in some kind of public, maybe reporter, media kind of bullshit. Apparently it's going to remain a tall task with 275 million human-driven autos on the road in the U.S. and 2 billion in operation worldwide. Ultimately, it's the responsibility of the robots to show that they are better drivers. Ain't gonna happen anytime soon. Autonomous vehicles, have to prove their mettle. And that's gonna take some time. Got a tickle. So, I'm just gonna go ahead and share this, and look at the time. I am just about out of time. So, y'all have been listening to Grammy's Rocket Chair here on RealLibertyMedia.com, channel 3, also on the RLMradio.xyz site, the RLM TuneIn radio station, the RLM Internet radio station, the RLM Spreaker channel, and later to be on the RLM YouTube channel and the RLM SoundCloud channel. Be sure to stick around because I'm not sure what's going to be playing after me. I'm sure it's a rerun of something. But later on this evening is Grimner and Moose Girl with the Freakers Ball, and that is always a freaktastic time. So come back and check that out. Also, tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock my time, which is the time that the cosmos goes by, or noon Eastern time, will be the Dork Table with yours truly and Flasharoonie Dork. And then directly following us will be Rob Works with Smoke and Mirrors. And then directly following him will be Kira with The Bridge. Tomorrow evening at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Is that right? 8 o'clock Eastern Time will be Bo Diddy with some bodacious tunage. And then Sunday at noon Eastern Time is Grimner with the Blues, where he's going to lead you into Hal Anthony, where he's going to take yo ass behind the woodshed and open up a can of whoop ass. Then Sunday evening will be Gary L. and Gigi's Boo with The Road Less Traveled, which is always quite fascinating to listen to. Even if I don't partake of the chit-chat going on, I listen in. Anyway, I will be back next week Wednesday for the regular Wackadoodle Wednesday edition of Grammy's Rocket Chair. And wow, I still have a couple minutes left. So how about we go to the pig? Did I share the drivey thing? No, I didn't. Let me share the drivey thing. Hi, Frumpy. I see your oogly googly eyes. And thank you guys, all of you, for listening, and I truly do appreciate you. Now, I'm going to come over here to the pig real fast and see what happened this date in history. Those crazy guys, Hambo and Porkus, what are they up to this time? The word of the day is race, an issue at birth trait over which we have no control and has been exploited so completely it's deemed more important than the individual's thoughts, words, or deeds. Also, it is stuff and nonsense. We have the human race, period. Period. There are different cultures, there are different ethnicities, but it is one race. Just saying. This date in history, February the 3rd, 1913, Uncle Sam's pulls a death grip on everyone's wallet when the 16th Amendment becomes federal income tax ratified. It was not ratified, sweetheart. Check it out. Not legally. This date in history, February the 3rd, 1931, after H.L. Mencken calls Arkansas the apex of Morania, the elected tormentors in the state's legislature pass motion to pray for Mencken's soul. Wow, see? They tried to legislate morality. And where'd that get you? Oh yeah, Shitlery and Slick Willie. Well done, guys. Well done. There's lots more cool stuff over here on the pig, so come on over and check it out, and check out all the other pages and links they got all over the place. It is wonderful. I guess now it is time for me to get my happy little butt out of here. I need to get something to eat. I got Bob Barigme grumbling at my tummy. So I will catch up with y'all later during the Freakers Ball if I stay up. I will. I'll be